Hey, this is Jonathan, and I'm finally in a state where I think I can actually kind of proceed. So, yeah, it took a bit of doing, but we finally have a window. It does show up now. You can't actually close it. That's a separate that's a separate event for that. The way to close it is actually just stop the process. So, yeah, that's good. Um, yeah, so essentially, this is an Alienware laptop, and I should have read the user manual earlier because, yeah, apparently there's just a hotkey that allows you to switch the graphics card from the crappier one that's supposed to be used for day-to-day usage, and the NVIDIA graphics card, which is used for gaming, and that happens to be the one that supports the pixel format that I needed. So yeah, there we go. I mean, go figure, right? Anyway, finally past that. So I'm very thankful that that's all said and done. There's one more thing I wanted to do. So last time I made a bunch of changes. Yeah, I did this like whole keys thing and whatnot. Turns out there's actually a linked hash set. I don't know why I was like, oh yeah, LinkedHashMap. Yep, let's just use that. Didn't even think to look one step further for a linked hash set, like a proper linked hash set. So today that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be looking for that linked hash set. Yeah, so here it is. Go figure. Version 0.1.3, that's good enough for me. See what the yeah, that's what we need to add to our cargo file. So I'll just stick that right here. Say goodbye to the linked hash map because we don't need it. They were nice enough to use underscores so that it'll be consistent. I know that the convention seems to just use dashes instead, but oh, that's the wrong part. This is what I wanted to change. But yeah, they were I guess doing it doesn't seem like it's a particularly popular crate, but yeah, it's just a wrapper for the linked hash map that I was using. So it's like this but better. Yeah, so I don't need this type alias anymore. That's done. All I need to do is turn this into a linked hash set and then add a linked hash set, and we have to update a bunch of other things. So right, we take a linked hash set here. Let me think. So this should be the same. I don't think this is going to change. Oh, except for this, because now I don't need to have this extra unit in this tuple. Actually, it doesn't even need to be a tuple. We can just do that. So that seems fine. We don't need to do keys because obviously there are no keys now, and that will likely make this even easier to work with. We probably don't even need to do this. Probably won't even have to do this map. We can just do a collect. And I think we're fine. There's one other place I think I need to change. I don't have to do this anymore. And I certainly don't have to do this anymore. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, there we go. I believe that's everything. Oh, and this. I think we can get rid of that. Yeah. That should do it. And no keys. No keys. I'm just kind of guessing. I don't actually know. Didn't really think about this very hard. So does it recognize the hash set? Cannot find the crate. You sure about that? Maybe you need some encouragement in the form of running a test. Alright, it has to update the registry and everything, so I might have to do like a cargo update or something. Although IntelliJ, I think, automatically does that. The plugin should handle that, I think. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, looks like it is. This is probably going to take a while, sadly. Oh, never mind. Maybe not. Looks like it's already done. Okay, yeah, and the test passed. So there we go. That was a rather simple fix for that one issue. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I feel like I'm fairly satisfied with this set of changes. This should be a lot better than what I originally had. I think I want to change some of these debug asserts, probably, maybe. In fact, you know what? I've never actually seen one of these fail. What if I added an extra location? I don't know. What if I duplicated one? Yeah, no, wait, yeah. I can try that. Location 5. What if we have another location 5? What happens now? Will it fail that assert? One failed. Okay. Assertion failed. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to be sure that the assertion would actually fail. So that's good. It's very good. And it was a pretty easy change to make, too. Just to update that. Yeah, I'm very glad that went as smoothly as it did. So yeah, let's try moving on from here. Okay, it recognizes that now. Perfect. So, last time I was trying to make a window pop up. I now have a window that pops up. I think I need to add some logic for being able to quit the game. So the obvious ones being like being able to click on the X to close the window. So let's go ahead and do that. I've got a number of tabs open here. Let me just start closing some. Do I need this? I might want that. This is what I really want to change, though. Right, so handle event certainly could be updated. Instead of just returning transition none, I could actually, look at the events that are coming in. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. So they had an example of how to handle this on the Amethyst repository. Let me close that tab. Fine. Yeah, so what I can do here is look at the source. Sorry, I got distracted by something. An example, Pong. Okay, never mind. I have to pause. Okay, I'm back. Just got distracted by an insect in my room. Kind of annoying. So, let's see. Pong. That's what I want to look at. Let's do this. Right. Wow. I'm on the wrong. Right. This is master. Master is not the right one to look at. Was it? Did the number of stars go up since last time, and the number of forks go up as well? I feel like it did. Oh boy. Oh boy. I was looking for a particular commit, and that was in the releases. Yep, this one. Browse files. Wow, I keep going back to the source folder. I'm so used to just browsing through their source code that it's just kind of a habit now. Alright, Pong it is. Ping pong. Here we go, yeah, we want to do this kind of is close requested type thing. Is key down. Are those built in? Can I just, like, import those methods, or... Oh yeah, I can. They're just part of Amethyst input. Huh, that's kind of interesting. I kind of like how they just import certain functions or methods. I guess these ones aren't really tied to any kind of struct, so I guess they fall more solely under function? I don't really know. Anyway, classifying functions / methods / procedures, etc. is not really worth spending the mental energy on right now. They should be just adding it here. And since we have the nested use, we can just do this now, which is super nice. I think I should be able to do that. Oh, I'm used to languages where you have to put parentheses around your conditions, but nope, not in Rust. It's more like Python in that way. I am a-okay with that. Just need to retrain my fingers to not muscle memory my way into other syntaxes. That's the problem of being a polyglot programmer. You end up picking up habits from one language and inserting them on accident into another language, and it's just, you have to be consciously aware of what you're doing at all times, and that you're not accidentally using one language's idioms in another. Unless it's appropriate, of course. Do I even care about if this key down thing happens? Escape? Not really. No, not really. And we'll do a trans quit, I believe. I think that's a type of transition, right? Yeah, trans quit. Otherwise, it's just trans none. And thanks to the fact that these if... Oops, that's not what I want to do. Oh, whatever, I don't need to paste it. Thanks to the fact that these are if expressions, I don't have to... Yeah, I can just do that. So there we go. We have something that should allow us to actually close the window. That isn't the... oh my god. I'm running the wrong thing. This is pointing at my test. I should not be pointing at my test. I should be pointing at main. There is a shortcut for running stuff. I don't remember what that shortcut is. Shift F10. There we go. That runs the last thing, I think. I think there's another shortcut for running tests, too. I can't remember. It's been a while. Oh. 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 Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. Really now? I can't close it. Still. Even though everything is fine. Okay. Well, at least everything seems fine. Why would this not run? I mean, that is our initial state, isn't it? Or wait. No, I did. I put it here. I do have an initial state. We can try and debug this, I guess. Just throwing some print lines for now. I should really try and figure out how to use GDB with Rust so I can actually properly debug things. Not that I know I'm going to really be using it that often for debugging, but I'm the kind of person who likes to have a debugger just in case, you know. I know some people believe that debuggers are like awful, or you don't need a debugger at all if you write your code the right way, and I understand that, but I'm just the kind of person who feels more comfortable having a debugger at my side, and yeah, there aren't really that many great debugger options in Rust, or at least, well, if you're using IntelliJ Rust without CLion, yeah, kind of stuck with these options. So we'll just print line there. I don't know, throw in a print line here maybe. See what happens. Yeah, process exit code, or exit code -1. So the initialization code runs, the handle event code does not run, and I would expect that to run on every frame because, you know, it have to handle events that, you know, just kind of happen. So something is very different about how Amethyst works compared to how it used to work. At least I'm certain that something has changed, because it used to just loop over the handle event and update, I think. I could try inserting something in the update just to be sure that I'm not going crazy. It's always good to be sure you're not crazy. I think that's what they call a sanity check, actually. Come to think of it. Shift F10. Yeah, look at me. I'm a pro now. I'm an IntelliJ Pro. Whew, there we go. It's updating. So it does update. It just doesn't handle inputs. Something's changed. Something has changed. This is not how it used to work. I know it didn't work this way. Wait, what am I... No, I did pass in the event, yeah. No. Something is really different. Why is it not running handle event? Did I do something wrong? That's super interesting, because I can definitely run update, but nope, handle event just doesn't want to go, doesn't want to fire. That is super different from the older behavior. I swear this is different. Could it be I need an input.ron? That could be it. Maybe because I don't have an input.ron, I don't have the ability to actually use inputs. Like, it just doesn't run this code if you don't have any kind of, like... Well, would that make any sense, though, considering that they have a case for if you hit the escape button, and that's not even... If you hit the escape key, and that's not even in here, then I don't think that has anything to do with this. So, okay. I just had an idea. It doesn't look like that's actually the right idea, though. I'm gonna leave that. That's fine, I think. Check main. I'm probably missing something important in main. That's what I actually think is wrong, but who knows? I've done something wrong, though. Okay. So they have bundles. Pong bundle. And with basic renderer. With bindings from file, key bindings path. That must be key bindings path is it's this. Definitely this. I feel like that shouldn't really change things, but you know, maybe that is actually the problem. I don't really have any other ideas right now. So I suppose I should at least try it and see what happens. Yeah, I mean, how much could that really hurt to add some kind of key bindings path? We're gonna copy verbatim some of this Pong code just to try and make sure that this thing actually freaking works. It's not something that you typically would do, though. Don't just blindly copy and paste code, kids. Well, so especially, you know, off of sites like Stack Overflow and stuff. Check the licenses. It's all important to do that. But for the sake of just getting a freaking working example, I'm gonna just play with this for a bit. Key bindings path. Then we do this with bundle. So hopefully input bundle is recognized. It's probably in the prelude somewhere. I hope. Yeah, and it has the bindings on the file, which is not there, obviously. We don't have that directory. Oh, we do have a resources directory, but it's not under examples Pong. That's for sure. And I guess I could just take the input controller.ron and the other .ron file. I just want this thing to work. I'll just do this. Wait, why do I have this? Why is that still there? Go away. This thing never deleted, did it? It's just stuck there. No, don't just say delete, just delete it. There we go. This one was called input.ron, I think. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, that one's input.ron, that one's like input controller. I don't even really need to do this case check thing because I'm just going to use input.ron, so no, I don't really care. Let's just do this. Ugly formatting, because I don't care. I just want to see this thing work. Oh, it's nice that they tell us the names of the parameters here. Although, I mean, is it possible to actually use named parameters? Oh, no, I don't think so. Well, if it is possible, then that's kind of strange. Yeah, I would have thought that you would actually be able to do like named parameters in Rust. But if you can, that's not the syntax. And maybe they expect us to use like the new type. Well, actually no, you can't really for this. You can't use new type to pass in like a boolean, unless, well, yeah, no, like normally you'd just type in, or like you'd pass in a new type, like your own special type. So it's kind of interesting. I don't really know what to think about that. Well, I already completely forgot what I'm doing. I got sidetracked. We added this thing. Yeah, that's what we did. And I have no idea if that's actually going to do anything whatsoever for me. I just want to try things because I don't quite feel ready to just dive into their source code and try and figure out what they're doing, because while I can do that, and I have done that many times in the past, I just feel like not doing that right now. Not until I know that I'm kind of more stuck. Yes, I didn't use that import, that's right. That's very true. Where does the input bundle come from? It comes from somewhere. I definitely missed it. Input bundle. Comes from input. Wow. You don't say. Oh. That. Oh, don't do that. I don't know what I just did. I pressed like multiple keys at once. Shift F10. So there we go. That didn't change anything. That really didn't change anything whatsoever. Even adding an input bundle did not allow me to actually add the functionality I wanted. So something has changed. Something has definitely changed in the way that Amethyst works. What do I need to do? I certainly don't need a transform bundle. Don't think I need a UI bundle or an audio bundle. Yeah, if I just want input, where do I get input? How come it's not picking up my input? That's really strange. Okay, well, I have... Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's so strange. Input system. Input system? Why are they just passing in these strings anyway? Like, what? Oh yeah, systems are here. Of course. Alright, where's input system? Is it in mod? Nope. I always have to make sure to check mod, even though, you know, it's usually just like a file with like a bunch of like module declarations here and maybe some like pub-use. But you never know when someone will stick stuff in the actual mod file. I've seen that so often. You have to make sure you check the mod file. Bounce system. I don't think that's what I want. Doesn't sound like what I want. Move balls. Is it here? I have no idea. Nope, that's not it. Paddle? Thankfully this isn't a large project. Input wait, hey. Input handler, huh? Could it be that I need some kind of input handler and some kind of system in order to get that handle event to actually fire? Because I don't really know. Winner.rs. Winner system. This system's a real winner. No, no, actually the closest one was probably this paddle one. That was probably the closest thing to a hint or a clue. Alright, well, since that didn't really yield too many results, the book. There's the book. They have a book. They wrote a book. I can read a book. I can read. I have eyes. I also understand English. Where is the book? Book. 404? What? You guys don't even update your book documentation? Nice. Read the book. Can I read the book? Oh, there we go. It's under a completely different URL. That's awesome. Okay, opening and closing a window. Hey, that's exactly what I was hoping for. Start a new project. Yeah. Oh, do I have to read this first? No, I don't think I have to read this. Okay. Alright. We've opened and closed the window, so we're basically done. Did we? I don't remember doing that. I guess that happened here. Event channel. Oh. Concepts. Okay. Delete everything! Everything! Add imports. Yep, implementing the state trait, I sure did that. You know, after they merge the new changes, they're going to have to update the book too, because the book is not going to be able to... Because they don't use states anymore, they use like simple state. So like... Damn, that must be rough. Having this handy book, and then having to update it all the time. So... yeah, if you couldn't tell, I'm kind of sleepy. I'm kind of sleepy right now. I don't really know what I'm doing. Two methods. Maybe I need to do this. Handle event methods execute for every event before updating. Yeah, I'll even... Whoa, hi. Why do you keep doing this? Your computer's performance is slow. Really? That's interesting. I'd rather not change, and I don't think that my performance is that bad right now. Honestly, it doesn't seem that bad. Yeah, I get that message quite frequently, I'm noticing. Don't really know why. It's kind of annoying. I wonder if there's a way to, like, make sure that thing doesn't show up again. There's probably, like, a checkbox that says, "Don't ask me again," and I didn't bother to read enough of the message to get there. So, my bad, I guess. Does this change anything? Oh, virtual key code is not, Yes, my favorite part, not knowing what I'm doing before I do things. Virtual key code, there we go. And there's a compiler error because it was slow. No. What is going on? I definitely think that the thing that I absolutely need to do is this. This has to be it. There's no other reason that this wouldn't work. Let's see if this compiles. It seems like it is. I can tell when stuff is compiling when I'm seeing warning. Oh! Hello! Hey. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so that is actually critical. We absolutely need to do this data.data.update in order to even get the events to be recognized. Good to know. And yes, the window by default is actually black. It has a black background. So yeah, there we go. Yay! I made it a little bit further. I knew I should have just read the book to begin with. But, like... The thing is, the book has to update every time Amethyst updates, and whenever Amethyst updates, it almost always changes the infrastructure for states. Okay, maybe not almost always, but more recently they've been doing updates in this area. Like state data was kind of new, and game data was kind of new, and what else? Well, I already showed the simple state changes that are happening in presumably 0.9.0. So, yeah. Can't really prevent these kinds of issues from happening. Just gotta go with the flow and debug things, and figuring things out for yourself is pretty cool. How much time? Oh, spent like 35 minutes on this? Wow. Okay, well... what am I trying to do? I should probably continue trying to actually implement something here. Right? Or should I? I'm starting to get to a point where I feel like maybe I should actually design more of the game first, or at least explain like a plan, a solid plan for how I intend for this whole thing to work. Because that probably will be very important. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I didn't need this after all. This was useless. I might still want this though, like an input.ron. I'm probably going to want one down the line, so I'll leave it for now. It's not really important though. But yeah. I think I will have to actually kind of decide what I want to actually do with the game, like what kind of well, not just like artwork and music. Probably gonna have to decide like the actual, you know, gameplay mechanics. I have a rough idea. I don't know if I explained it before. I think I did actually, but it's going to be a top-down like twin stick type shooter. Well, I say it's a shooter, but you know, it's going to be like a top-down twin stick shooter type of game. that definitely cleared that up. No. Wow, I'm tired. Yeah, I should stop. I should definitely stop. But I'm gonna, yeah, make it kind of like A Link to the Past, where you go around some kind of overworld and collect items, and you gotta find the progression items to open up certain places. I mean, it's basically already indicated in the filler, right? Like, it should have been pretty obvious I was going to do something like that. But yeah, I wanted to deviate a bit from the Zelda formula, and instead of just having like a little guy with a sword running around in the medieval world, I was thinking maybe it'd be like a robot in like a lab with like many different environments, and you'd be able to like shoot stuff instead of, you know, using a little puny sword. And you know, just general Zelda-ish gameplay. Maybe no, actually, I like the format of A Link to the Past. Just like the whole, you start in like a central area and then you kind of like branch out. It's especially like if you think about like open seeds. There's so much deviation there because you can go basically anywhere from Link's house to wherever you want in the light world, barring like places that are locked by progression items, of course. But you know, you get all this freedom. You have this choice in which direction you want to go, and I kind of like that idea, like having a central starting point and branching out from there. I think that the Dark World concept is also really awesome. I don't know if I would be able to do that. The reason why I like the Dark World concept is not just because of the Dark World itself, but because the Dark World has the mirror to help accompany it and make it more, you know, interesting, because your placement in one world has a direct impact on how what you're able to do in the other world. Like you can mirror to get up a ledge that you normally wouldn't be able to get up, and it allows you, essentially it makes certain checks a little bit more interesting, because you can pass through an area without the mirror and collect some of the items along the way. Or later on, you can come back with the mirror, and just because of the way that the dark world and the light world kind of get compressed together, I guess you could say, you can like route things in more nicely when you have the mirror, and that's a dynamic you wouldn't really have if you didn't have a way of, you know, transporting to this like essentially like equivalent world with different items in it. I kind of think of it like layers, you know, like if you can travel, um, if you can travel between the layers more easily, like you have more like vertical movement, which would be like using the mirror, for example, then you can collect items laterally a little bit more easily. So that's the one concept that I really like about A Link to the Past rando. Like it just, that just plays into the randomizer so well, and it's something that I'm definitely considering trying to do in this game. I don't think I'm just gonna straight up be like, oh, it's the Dark World, but you know, I'll try and do something more clever than just that. What else? What else was I thinking about? Yeah, I guess that pretty much wraps up my initial thoughts. I'm gonna go into a more in-depth design next time, I think. Yeah, gonna plan out more of the gameplay mechanics, more of like the what items I want to have in the game. Definitely important. What kinds of locations? How I want to do like, if I want to do like the dungeon layouts, if I want to have like key logic or any of that stuff. I think for this kind of project, I kind of want to limit things in scope and not do that. I want to keep things simple for now. It's called Mini-rando for a reason. We're not going to do like multiplayer or anything with this. But yeah, it should at least be like, you know, it should at least be a fun little randomizer experience. And oh yeah, the other thing I was thinking about was boots. I know a lot of runners don't really like playing the game without the boots early on because it makes the run so much slower. Like fast movement in games really makes a big difference in how the game feels, because like when your character can move fast and fluidly, and it just feels a lot better, like to the player. It's a lot more fun to control a character like that, as long as it's not like slippery controls. You know, it's got to be like really solid controls. But if they don't move like super slowly, then yeah, it feels a lot nicer to have things like the boots. So in the game like this, I'm not really sure if I want to have like a movement upgrade like that locked in as a progression item, because yeah, the boots are a really nice item to have, but if they come in like Ganon's tower, it just kind of sucks. Like nobody wants to find the boots in Ganon's tower, or like not find the boots at all, because it just makes you run really slow and sluggish. What I was thinking was maybe I just give whatever movement upgrade tool right away. Maybe it could be like a... I hate to use the sphere terminology, but it could be like a sphere 0 / sphere 1 item in like the nice to have bucket. Or I could just flat out make it part of the default movement for the character, so like the character doesn't have to get better movement as an upgrade. It's just they come with good movement, you know? Those are the options I've been considering. But yeah, the reason why I don't like the sphere system is because obviously in the filler algorithm that I showed and wrote earlier, there's no such concept as spheres. Spheres are just kind of something that people made up to kind of better describe chains of progression items, I guess, in the logic. But yeah, there really isn't any like formal concept of sphere within the actual code. So Anyway, yeah, I guess that's gonna do it for today. It's more of a talky, rambly sort of log, I guess. I did do a bit. Some productive things happened, but yeah, I'm just mostly tired. So I'll record again tomorrow with a fresh mind, and I'll definitely try and hash out a solid, proper design for how I want this game to ultimately turn out.